Mention the word Ghayat al-Tabjeel. Why am I mentioning it now? This work is in Arabic language. It has found its way into the Urdu language. It has been transmitted into the Urdu language with these endorsements, and it is trying to push the idea that the afdaliyah of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala, that this is a belief which is not ijma'i according to these people, and that it is not based upon qat'i evidences. Now, one of the individuals that has endorsed this work is Habib Umar bin Hafiz, who is a famous individual because he comes to the British Isles and he tours this country and he speaks at many venues. Now, one of the endorsements he's written on this work, is by him. He says inside this endorsement of the book, وأنه لا ينبغي أن يجعل ذلك سببا لانتقاص أو حث من خالف من يراه لعدم وجود النص القاطع وثبوت عظيم الفضل لكل منهم بالنص الصريح. He's saying that if you find an individual mentioning about a particular Sahabi that he's afdal, you find another one saying that a particular Sahabi is afdal better, that a particular is more superior, and they all disagree, don't take that as being a cause of you detracting from that individual and a cause of you defaming that individual that is saying that, but accept it from him, because according to him and according to the author of the work, Muhammad Sa'id Mamdouh, according to them, there is no qat'i evidence, there is no clear text proving the afdaliyah of Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala anhu, and we know that is not true. We know that is not true. We know from transmitted ijma from the Sahaba ridwanullahi alayhim ajma'in all the way through the successive generations, the Salaf of this ummah, that the afdaliyah mutlaqa belongs to Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiallahu ta'ala. And it is unfortunate that people have written these types of endorsements when their Salaf and our Salaf, as I have shown you, that the Qutb of Yemen, Sayyidina Abu Bakr al-Aydurus rahmatullahi ta'ala said that even if my father and even if my teacher were brought alive and they said to me, say that Sayyidina Ali is more afdal, I would not leave the aqidah of the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. And that needs to be our way. Just because an individual has connection with the Ahl Bayt of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wasallam, if he propagates an aqidah against the aqidah of the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah, we do not follow him inside that. We do not follow him inside that. We must follow the aqaid as transmitted by the Salaf of this ummah based upon evidences. And unfortunately, because this work is now in the Urdu language, there is a grave threat as well that many a person that has not connection with the ulama perhaps, or is already confused on this matter, may follow this matter seeing that it has various endorsements upon it from various recognized ulama that are recognized on a world level, like Habib Umar ibn Hafiz. But our message is that we need to take our aqidah in a continuous chain, in an uninterrupted chain from the Salaf of this ummah. And the Salaf are very clear regarding this matter. The afdaliyah mutlaqa belongs to Sayyidina Abu Bakr as-Siddiq radiyallahu ta'ala. And this doorway is a dangerous doorway. The issue of the matter of the tafdeel, somebody may think, why is this always raised? And wali'adhu billah, to the extent that some people say that it is a minor issue. If it was a minor issue, it would not have been placed within the books of the aqaid of the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. And this is a doorway to other fitan. It is a doorway to speaking ill about the companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That is why you have found those that have opened this doorway have eventually begun to speak bad of certain companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And they have gone to the extent that in trying to prove their point, they have detracted or tried to detract from the rank of various of the companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. The early generations taught us that we must speak good of every single companion from the companions of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Another matter that I want to bring to your attention briefly, and to the attention of the ulama as well, that in 2012, in March 2012, on Dubai TV, in a program called Ukhur Mutashabihat, an individual from Iraq that claims connection to knowledge, Ahmed Kubaisi, he made derogatory remarks regarding the companion Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. And so that you are aware of this, I'm going to mention those remarks, though we would not normally mention ill remarks mentioned by a person in the right of any of the companions. But that's so you are aware of these individuals. He said, كل ما نعانيه الآن من معاوية Waliyadu billah. He says everything that we are facing as an ummah of difficulties in our time is because of Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. He said, Wallahi al-Azim, took an oath. He said, Wallahi al-Azim, musibatu hadi al-ummah min Muawiyah. He said, the musibah problem of this ummah is from Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. And he went further. And when a person rang in to try and refute him and to try and tell the correct aqaid, he said to him, that individual that phoned in, this Ahmad Kubaisi said to him, Anta imma an takuna ma Ali, or takuna ma Muawiyah, ikhtar laka wahidan minhum. He said to him, you're either with Ali radiyallahu ta'ala, Sayyidina Ali, or you're with Sayyidina Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala, choose one of them. This is not the way of the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. And he even said to that individual, Allahumma hshurni ma aliyin, wa anta Allahu yahshuruka ma Muawiyah. He said in this program, Allah gathered me on the day of judgment with Sayyidina Ali radiallahu ta'ala, and Allah gathered you with Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala. This is not the speech of a person clinging to the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. We do not make tafriq between the Sahaba Kiram radwanullahi alayhim ajma'in. We say, oh Allah, may you gather us in the company of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam with the Sahaba Kiram radwanullahi alayhim ajma'in on the day of judgment. Unfortunately, he went further than this inside this lecture. He even said, "Irtaddu anil Islami Muawiyatu ghayru Muawiyah." On Yawm Hunayn, the day of the Battle of Hunayn, he said that Sayyidina Muawiyah and other companions became murtad waliyadu billahi tabaraka wa ta'ala. He said, "Irtaddu an-nabiyyu a'tahum sallallahu alayhi wa sallam kulla wahidin mi'ata naqatin wa raja'u lil-islami bit-ta'alluf." He said, only after they had become murtad and the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam had given them 100 camels each, did they return back to Islam. Only then. These were the words of this individual. Unfortunately, worse happened. The worst thing that happened following from this, that in the program H4Y on UAE TV on the 5th of February 2013, Habib Ali al-Jifri was interviewed by Ibrahim al-Farhan. He was asked about this, that why did you defend the words of Ahmad Kubaisi when he spoke against Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala? You know what Habib Ali Jifri said inside this? He said, "Makhtilafi ma'afidilati shaykhina Shaykh Ahmad al-Kubaisi hafidhahullah, وهو من هو قامة وعلما ومكانة وأكثر الذين تطاولوا عليه لا يصلحون أن يكونوا تلاميذا له أخذا وتلقيا." First of all, he praised him. He said, even though I differ with Ahmad Kubaisi in what he said, and he is who he is, well known in knowledge and taking from the ulama, and he has a high rank according to Jifri. He said, and those that went against him and refuted him and rejected him and spoke against him, they don't even equal his students. They're not even equal to his students in terms of taking of knowledge and having knowledge. So he praised him, even though he differed with him. We don't cut people's words. He said, I differ with him, but he said no one had the right to speak against him, even though he spoke against the companion of the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Jifri went further and said, "Lakin aqulu nahnu nakhtalifu ma'ahu fi mas'alati al-layli min Muawiyah." He didn't say radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, Sayyidina Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, ma'a al-i'tibari anna ma fa'alahu huwa madhhabun marjuhun inda ahli sunnati. And this is the big problem. He said, even though I differ with Ahmad Kubaisi in him criticizing Sayyidina Muawiyah radiyallahu ta'ala anhu, however, Allah. In finishing, just to mention that Habib al-Jifri, in this comment that we mentioned from him, he said that if we differed with Ahmad Qubaisi regarding criticizing Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, meaning he himself doesn't see it befitting that a person criticizes Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, doesn't see that as being correct. However, he says, with recognition that what was said by Ahmad Qubaisi is madhabun marjuhun in the Ahl Sunnati. He said that it is outweighed opinion within the Ahl Sunnah. Meaning he believes that there is an opinion within the Ahl Sunnah, even though it is outweighed, he believes there is an opinion within the Ahl Sunnah in which you can criticize Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala wal-i'adhu billah. There is no such opinion within the Ahl Sunnah wal Jama'ah. Furthermore, inside that very interview, and it's available on the internet, you can watch it yourselves and check the wording as well. Inside it, he said, defending Ahmad Qubaisi, who had criticized Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. He said, أَقُولُ اللَّهُ وَأَخَذَ بِقَوْلٍ مَرْجُوهٍ إِنْدَ أَهْلِ سُنَّةِ. He said that Ahmad Qubaisi, by criticizing Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, had done nothing except taken an opinion that is outweighed from amongst the opinions of the Ahl Sunnah. In other words, the Jumhur view is don't say anything about Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, but there is a view, according to him, which Ahmad Qubaisi took upon himself by criticizing Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu. What is important to know, that whenever someone makes a statement that is not in accordance with the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah, we do not look at that individual in terms of his knowledge or his lineage. We look at what the aqaid of the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah say. And our aqidah is that whosoever says ill of Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that individual is criticizing a companion of the Messenger sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. The scholars have mentioned, وَمَنْ يَكُنْ يَطْعَنُ فِي مُعَاوِيَةَ رَضِيَ اللَّهُ تَعَالَى عَنْهُ فَذَلِكَ مِنْ كِلَابِ الْحَاوِيَةِ. Some of the scholars have mentioned this. The one who criticizes Sayyidina Muawiyah radiallahu ta'ala anhu, that individual is a dog from the dogs of the hellfire. And that is the reply that Habib al-Jifri should have given to Ahmad Qubaisi. Unfortunately, rather than protect the honor of the companion of the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he tried to justify the comments of Ahmad Qubaisi. And this is something that we want you to be aware of and to be fully warned of, that we need to make sure that we cling to the way of the Ahl Sunnah and the Salaf, and that we are not disturbed and that we are not affected by the statements of individuals who make statements that are not in accordance with the way of the Ahl Sunnati wal Jama'ah. Wa sallallahu ala sayyidina wa nabiyyina wa maulana Muhammad wa ala alihi wa ashabihi ajma'in.